Hi, my name is Bonny Mulder-Behnia, and I serve as executive pastor at Rosewood Christian Reformed Church in Bellflower, California. I also had the privilege of serving on the APSI governing cabinet for 10 years. Some people think I thrive on chaos in ministry. Our church is an active, outreaching church. Last summer, we hosted a group of 140 high school youth and their leaders for a Renew Week, which means the whole campus turns chaotic. 5 days before the week was to start, I received a call from my dermatologist that my melanoma was back. 3 years ago, they had cut a deep tumor out of my ankle and reported clear margins. But now, a new pebble-sized bump under my skin turned out to be in-transit melanoma, stage 3B. This was not the kind of chaos we needed as we entered our big youth week. So I asked people to pray, but to keep the focus on the youth. When people asked how I'm doing, I smiled and said, "I'm fine." But I wasn't. I kept wondering why God would allow this to happen to me again. I work full-time in Christian ministry. I love God with my mind, heart, and soul. God, you called me to be a pastor. Don't you want me to serve you? I was feeling angry with God. I don't want to go through surgery again. I don't want to miss work. I'm supposed to preach, do a wedding, take a trip. Why, God? Is this a punishment? By the time I was scheduled for surgery, I had resigned myself to my new reality. Whatever will be, will be. After the surgery, the congregation, my women's small group, and my family blessed me with prayers, food, visits, and cards. Yet, surrounded with all this love, I still felt a deep sadness inside. I had trouble praying. I felt like God was silent and distant. The prognosis for this type of melanoma is grim. I could be seeing Jesus in less than 5 years. This was not my plan. Then, 1 month after my surgery, my husband suffered a heart attack. He had 90% blockage, so they put in 2 stents. Several doctors told him that he should feel lucky to be alive, because if it had happened even months later, he may not have survived it. Again, the church gathered around and loved us lavishly. Someone questioned if we were under attack, but God revealed the true reality, that God had graciously spared our lives. My melanoma was stage 3, not stage 4. My husband's heart could be repaired. Every new day is a gift that we should live in gratitude. Since that time, I have been accepted into a clinical trial for immunotherapy infusions, and I've made it through the first 12-week induction phase with very few side effects. I will continue receiving treatments for 3 years, unless or until I have another recurrence. I am slowly but surely making peace with God about my prognosis. I still feel sad, but I am not afraid. Reflecting on the story of Jesus walking on the water, I realized that Jesus got right into the boat with the disciples, with the storm still raging. Jesus is with me in my chaos, and I trust that God will not take me home until I have completed God's mission for me on earth. I am grateful for the gift of each new day. My future is in God's hands.